Hello and welcome my all dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mahdi English Medium School. I welcome all my dear third standard students in today's science lecture. All my dear students, I hope that you are taking care of yourselves. You are watching all the videos regularly. Not only that, but also you are completing your work given within the video lectures. My dear little champs, here teachers are trying their level best to prepare the video for the students so that the students can sit with their books in front of their screen and they should just feel like they are sitting in the live class. So for that the efforts are done from the teachers end. Now the efforts should also be made from your side so that you will be able to make the environment as you are sitting in the live class. My dear little champs, you are lucky that your teachers are working too hard for you. So we hope that you also will do the same. So my dear students, if you are watching all the video lectures regularly, you might be knowing that we have completed chapter number 8 explanation. Birds lesson explanation is completed, in which we saw different types of birds with the different types of beaks. Then we saw the birds, their food habits, their living habits, their nests, how do they fly, and different things we saw, how they make their nests. So every single detail we saw and we understood. Wherever necessary, I even showed you the pictures of different birds and how do they eat and etc. So my dear students, now it's time to just read the summary of chapter 8 and start with the objective part today. Maximum possibility is that today we will finish our objectives. Also we will start with our subjective part, that is question and answer. So my dear students, now I hope that you all are sitting with your rough book and textbook. At first, as you know that always I insist you to write down in your rough book, and later after the lecture you can write it down in the fair book. There are two reasons of doing so. The first is you will have to write it down 2 times. So at least you will be able to remember 30 or 50% of what you have written. Secondly, when you write it with your ease afterwards, later in your fair book, you will be able to complete it with the legible writing rather than writing in a doctor handwriting. So my dear students, now let's get started. As you can now see, this is page number 84 of your textbook. Those who are having the textbook, they will take out page number 84 so that you will be able to see this summary. So we will read the summary, which is very much helpful for you to solve the objective part. Yes, if you will read at least this summary, the objective part solution will be easier for you then. So after all the chapters, we always read the key words and the summary. So here is the summary of chapter number 8. I hope that now you are ready with your rough book and your textbooks. Let us read the summary. First point, a bird uses its beak to catch and hold food. Beaks also help in building nests. Second point, birds have different kinds of beaks because they have different eating habits. So because of the different eating habits, obviously accordingly they will have the beaks. Birds have 2 feet with 4 toes on each. This is the general talk. That means here they are saying that normally the bird has 2 feet and 4 toes on each. Birds fly with upstroke and downstroke of their wings. That means by flapping their wings up and down. Birds have 3 types of feathers: body feathers, down feathers, flight feathers. If you remember, body feathers are on their body. Down feathers are the feathers which keep the birds warm, and the flight feathers are generally on both the sides on the wings, tend to make the bird fly properly. The last point is birds use different kinds of things such as twigs, straw, leaves, thread, wool, cotton, or even pieces of cloth to build their nests. So they take all the waste and build the best nest with their all these stuff, whatever they get. So my dear students, I hope that these points are clear in your mind. There is nothing to be explained in these summary points. This is just to recall whatever you have understood overall in this chapter. I hope you have watched the explanation videos. So my dear students, now it's time for you to either take out your textbook or rough book. Yes, the exercise starts from, you can see. Now this is the same page on which the exercise is, that is page number 84. I hope that you all have taken out your page number 84 so that you will be able to solve the exercise with me very easily. Those who are solving in the rough book, I am going to wait for a while so that you can give the heading in your rough book. Now if you are writing in the rough book, give the heading subject science, chapter 8 birds, and then exercise. You can even write page number 84 in the brackets in the rough book if you want. Later, if you get the textbook, you can complete that exercise in the textbook itself. Moreover, not only in the rough book but also in your fair books, you will have to write it down when I will send you the message in your WhatsApp group. Only then you will start writing in the fair book. So my dear students, I hope that the students with the rough book are getting ready with the heading. Even those who are solving in the textbook itself, you can write the date here with a pencil so that you will have the note, perfect note, precise date on which you have solved this, and you can send the photos of this. I should say you have to send the photos after solving this rather than saying you can. So the choice is yours, either solve it in the textbook itself or solve it in the rough book, but you will have to send the photos to your follow-up teachers regularly. So along with you, I will also write all the answers. I will type here on the screen and I will place it in the blanks so that you will be able to write the answers. Now those who are writing in the rough books, they don't have to write the question of fill in the blanks, because I have already sent you the PDF of this chapter in which you have the questions, so that you can later, if you want to write it down in your fair book, you will have the questions with you. So please make sure those who are writing in the rough book, they have to still write answer number and answer properly, and they have to send it to the follow-up teachers as soon as the lecture ends. I hope these many instruction points are clear in your mind. Now let's get started. Let us solve this exercise. I will even give you 1 or 2 seconds of time to think about the answers. Question 1. Objective type questions. Question A. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. Now, number 1. A bird uses its desk to catch and eat food. Options are given: beak or wings. So what do the bird use to catch and eat the food? Please select the correct answer quickly. I will also write the answer, but try to find the answer on your own. Is it beak or wings? The correct answer is beak. The correct answer is beak. So, I will place the answer in the blanks. So, a bird uses its beak to catch and eat food. I hope that students, you are also writing the answers either in your textbook or in the rough book. See, by writing it again and again, you will have the good practice and you will be able to remember the answers very easily, as if you will write it at least 2 times, the words and the answers will be familiar in your mind. Second is, birds like dash suck nectars from flowers. Options are sunbird or pigeon. So, which out of these 2 birds suck the nectar? So, I hope that you have written the answer, at least if you have watched my explanation video. The correct answer anyways is sunbird. So, birds like sunbird suck nectars from flowers. Pigeon don't do that. Okay, the next is number 3. Here 2 blanks are there. Read it very carefully. Birds usually have dash feet with dash toes on each. For the first blanks, options are 2 and 4, and for the second blanks also options are 2 and 4. First, you will have to decide how many feet do they have. Do they have 4 or 2 feet? Yes, birds usually have 2 feet. So, here answer is 2 for the first blank. What about the second blank? Feet with dash toes on each. So, they have 2 feet. Now, on each feet, how many toes do they have? I would like to draw your attention towards the summary part. Birds have 2 feet with the 4 toes on each. So, that is why I already told you that if you will read this summary, solving objectives will be easier for you then. So, here 4 is the correct answer. So, I hope that you too are writing the answers in the blanks. Number 4, water birds have dash that help them push water while swimming. So, what speciality do they have because of which they are able to swim in the water with a very ease? Do they have the sharp claws? If they have, you have to think that the sharp claws help in swimming. No. So, the answer is webbed feet. Webbed feet, I already explained you that webbed feet means, for suppose this is the feet of the bird. Now, here the feet, the fingers are joined. So, this is called webbed feet, which help them to swim in the water properly. So, webbed feet is the correct answer. I doubt that my answer will fit here, but I will try to write the answer. Webbed feet. So, I have written the answer webbed feet here. So, water birds have webbed feet that help them to push the water while swimming. Please write the proper answer. Number 5, which is last, fill in the blanks. Wings are joined to bird's body with the help of dash. Options are muscles or webbed feet. So, wings are joined through dash to the bird's body. Are the wings joined because of the muscles or because of the webbed feet? So, the correct answer is muscles. Correct answer is muscles. So, we have done with all the 5 blanks. Number 1 answer is beak, number 2 answer is sunbird, number 3 answers are 2 and 4. Number 4 answer is webbed feet and number 5 answer is muscles. Now, those who are writing in the rough book, I hope that you have written this way, and those who are writing in the textbook, I hope that you have written the answers like I have done on the screen. So, here the fill in the blanks question A ends. I hope that you might not be having any sort of doubts, as we have understood the chapter properly and then the summary part as well. Let us move on towards the next question, question B. Write T for the true and F for the false statements. So here now we have come to true or false. Let us solve. We just have to write T for the true and F for the false, and that is what you too are going to do. Now again, those who are writing in the rough book, you have to write true or false, also answer number properly. So later when you get your textbooks, you will be able to complete the textbook exercise part. Students, this is on the same page where we solved fill in the blanks, as you can see on page number 84. Now let us read and let us judge the statement whether it is true or false. Number 1. A bird uses its toe to catch and hold food. So do they use their toes to catch and eat the food, to hold the food? No, they don't. They use the beak. So this statement is false. So we are just going to write F. F for false. They use their beaks and not the toes, and that is the reason why this statement is false. Number 2. A bird uses its wings for building its nests. Again, they can use their legs or their beak, but they don't use their wings. So this statement also is false statement. I hope that you too are writing the answers, my dear students, because these questions and these answers of objectives, whenever I asked you to write it down in your fair book, you will have to write it down. Number 3. All birds have the same kind of beaks. Is this true? No, obviously not. This is false, because birds have their beaks based on their food eating habits. So this statement is also a false statement. Number 4. Birds fly with just a downstroke of their wings. Is it so, students? How do they fly? By flapping their wings up and down, not just the down. So up and down, if they move, it is called upstroke and downstroke respectively. So here they are saying that birds can only fly with the downstroke. No. So this statement also is a false statement like all other statements. So till now all the statements were false. Now let us see which statement it is. Number 5. Number 5. Birds have 3 types of feathers. Is this right? Again, let us have a look on the summary part. Birds have 3 types of feathers: body feathers, down feathers and flight feathers. So here the statement says that birds have 3 types of feathers. So yes, it is the correct statement. It is the true statement. So we will write T for true. Okay, so here we have completed question A and question B of objectives. I hope that you too have written the answers at least. Now let us move on towards the next question, question C, which is choose the correct option, a kind of MCQ. So I hope that now you are ready to solve this MCQ, choose the correct option. Now I will give you 3 to 4 seconds to select the answer, and then I will tick on the correct answer. So be ready to solve it and try not to take the help of anyone. Try to just recall the knowledge you have by watching, which you gathered by watching the explanation video. Number 1. Which part of the body helps a bird to catch and eat food? Options are wings, toes, beak, or none of these. So which of these parts help the bird to catch and eat the food? You have 3 to 4 seconds. Try to choose the correct answer. Later you can check the answer just when I put the tick mark to the correct option. Just try to think which part of the bird's body help it to catch and eat the food. Now, if you have chosen the correct answer, please check the answer. The correct answer here is beak. The correct option is beak. So, beak helps the bird to catch and eat the food. Number 2. Which of these feathers help to keep a bird warm? Now, as you know that birds have 3 types of feathers. So, which of these feathers helps them to keep warm? I already explained you while we were reading summary part. Options are body feathers, down feathers, flight feathers, or none of these. So, which feathers help them to keep their body warm? Try to recall again, because this is not written in the summary part also. Though in the summary part the types of feathers are written, but the explanation of the feathers are not given. So, I hope that you have selected your answer. Please check the answer. The correct answer is down feathers. Option B, down feathers. Because body feathers are on the body, covering the body, flight feathers are in their wings, down feathers keep them warm. Number 3. Why do some birds have a sharp and hooked beak? Now, which birds do have the sharp and hooked beaks? If you remember the explanation part, generally eagle and vulture have the sharp and hooked and very strong beaks. So, why do they have such beak? I hope that you are going to select the correct option. Option A, to tear the flesh. Option B, to pull out insects from the holes. C, to crack open nuts and fruits. And D, to suck nectar from the flowers. I hope that you have selected the answer. The correct answer anyways is to tear the flesh. Option A. Option A is the correct answer. Number 4. Which of these birds uses its beak like a needle to sew the leaves together to build a nest? So, which bird does this activity of stitching 2 leaves? If you remember in explanation video, you also might have seen the photo of a bird stitching the leaves. So, which is that bird? Now, here sew, who sews the clothes? Obviously tailor. So, tailor bird is the correct answer. I hope that you too are marking the correct options. Those who are writing in the rough book, they have to write just the answers. Number 5. Which of these is true about a goose? So, about goose, which statement is right? Let us see. Broad and flat beak, webbed feet, holes in the beak, or all of these. So, which statement is correct for goose? Try to select the correct answer. I hope that you are going to select the correct option. So, my dear students, try to read and understand the options. Also, you can see the photo of goose which is there in your textbook itself on page number 81, or it is on page number 79 in some textbooks. So, So the correct answer anyways is all of these. Now if you will see the photo, goose have the holes in the beak, they have the broad and flat beak, and they have the webbed feet. So all of these are right. So option D is the correct answer. Number 6. Which of these birds collect stones and pebbles to make their nests on the ground? I know that this is the pretty easy answer. Correct answer is penguin. Correct answer is penguin. Okay, I hope that you are also marking the correct option. Next is number 7. Which birds uses its beak to look for food inside the tree holes? That means not to make the hole, but to just look inside the tree hole. So the correct option is hoopoe. Correct option is hoopoe. Number 8. Which of these birds cannot walk through the water? So which birds cannot walk through the water? So if you remember the water birds, heron, crane, stork, these all are the water birds. So obviously pigeon, have you seen pigeon walking through the water? No, it is not possible. So pigeon is the correct answer. So with this our exercise objectives of page number 84 and 85 ends here. I hope that you enjoyed solving these objectives, as these objectives were nothing but a kind of game and recall towards the chapter we have understood. Now I hope that you will be able to finish your work on time and you will be able to send it to your follow-up teachers. Yes, if anything is left, you can watch this video lecture again. If any answer, if you have the doubt or if you have not watched, you can watch this video lecture again from the YouTube and write that answer. Moreover, later whenever I ask you to write this down, you will have to write the question from the PDF file and the answer you might have already written. So with this I end my today's objective lecture. Thank you my dear students for watching today's lecture. Stay safe, keep following all the lectures. Have a nice day. Goodbye.